Fool's Record Collection, Telstar, The Lonely Bull. Ladies and gentlemen, this is The Ventures. Mom and Dad had it. I had it. I still have it. One of the greatest records of all time. It's the one you want. You know? I ain't kidding you. Listen up. Sabicus, the greatest flamenco guitarist, Volume 2. My top 3 flamenco players. You know, one of those guys that brought it to the world's attention. And you get a mono, some of this in mono, and put it on. It's, you want to hear the snapping of pennants and the clatter of Spanish soldiers' horses' hooves on the cobblestone, the narrow streets of Spain. Andre Segovia program on Decca mono. Yeah. The man himself. Once again, they asked him up on his castle mountain above, or castle house above Madrid, why doesn't he go in and hear some of the young guys? He said, why would I go downtown and listen to all that racket? Which I thought was funny. The unique art of Andre Segovia in stereo. Early, obviously. Can't have enough Segovia. There'll be times when a measured mind in this particular way captured the world. So big. Get to know him. Carlos Montoya, parents had it. It's called flamenco guitar. Yeah. Stated as these guys usually were, very humble men. Yeah. We had nothing on these guys, man. Know that. John Fogerty, Blue Ridge Rangers. This has a song on it, Working on a Building. It's one of my favorite John Fogerty songs of all time. You need to know it. You really do. I'm trying to help. Seriously. Working on a Building. This is John on his own, like one of those post-CCR things he did. But this is really an important record. Physical Graffiti. I'm not going to spend much time on this. I listened to it when it first came out and stuff. It was in my rotation and stuff. I get it. Why it's a number of people's favorites. Zeppelin. It's just so, wow, there's a lot of material in here from top to bottom. It's like going around the world 6 times. I know. This is Physical Graffiti. 2-album set. The Rolling Stones, Emotional Rescue. 80s Stones, as I recall. Boy, we had a lot of fun with the Stones back in those days. I was living down in Orlando when this came out. And it was a big record for all of us partying and going out to the clubs and, a different time where people actually went out and danced and girls, all that stuff. Nazareth, Rampart. I've known quite a few very serious Nazareth heads in my time. I am one of them. This is Rampant, excuse me, not Rampart, Rampant. But see, it's got the, British, actually Scottish, excuse me. Nazareth, Rampant. There are serious people about Nazareth and there are serious people about Nazareth. I've found that most of the very super serious about Nazareth consider this to be one of their best. I wouldn't disagree with them. Well, I don't know. I got some Nazareth albums I really like, but this is really a cool Nazareth record, and it's definitely worth having. Ted Nugent, Amboy Dukes. Uncle Ted, back in the day, was in the Amboy Dukes, Journey to the Center of Your Mind, all that stuff. This is Tooth, Fang, and Claw. Tooth, Fang, Claw, right? Yeah, buddy. This is Ted Nugent, man. And the Amboy Dukes. Wow. This, days will never be again. Yeah. I was right there in the front row. Many times with Ted. I love Ted. AC/DC, Blow Up Your Video. Boy, I remember when this came out, 80s. Bought this right away. Blow Up Your Video. Fly on the Wall. That was on here. Heat Seeker. That's it. Oh, man. Let's just pause for a moment and think about Heat Seeker. There's an instrumental on here. It's called Kissing Dynamite, if I recall that correctly, which is also one of their few instrumentals, but super cool. This is a critical AC/DC record, and they were really hardened, top of their game. About 1980, 81, AC/DC came to Fresno. Me and my brother went to go see him, and Angus came on stage, and he started playing and stuff, and had this stage and a little round thing there at the top, and he was standing there, and I jumped up on the stage, played some Inviso guitars. The security agents approached from both sides. My brother reached up, pulled me back in with my belt loop, and we went on to rock that show. 81, Fresno. Heat Seeker, AC/DC. Four-Wheel Drive. What an album. The theme to high school. So prevalent in the air. Those days. 70s. What a great band. Forever enshrined in rock and roll. Much on the same line as that, here we go with Cheap Trick, In Color. This was always the one. This is one. You can have a Cheap Trick. If I had to have any Cheap Trick, I'd probably have this one. Yeah. Boom. He bun with his Siggy, Rick. Saw him 3 nights in a row once down in San Diego. But many times over the course of the years. Always a good time. Last time I saw him was, a long time ago. Hard Rock Cafe, San Francisco. I love Cheap Trick. They're up from around here. Rockford's not too far up the road. Well, it's kind of a ways, but because we are deep in the corn here in Aledo. Deep in the corn. Anyway, hope you enjoyed it. Bulls Record Collection. See you next time around.